the main distinguishing factors between the NHSC program and nonprofit organizations? Pretty much for nonprofits, you can be specific as you want. And for the purpose of this conversation, if you're working with only developmentally disabled, right? Or if you're working only with mothers, African-American mothers, or something like that, you can be as specific as you want. But in order to qualify as a site for loan forgiveness, you must be diverse and willing to work with all populations, okay? So that's why I said in the beginning of this conversation, please determine for yourselves what your end goal is, what population you want to serve, because that will matter in the application process. So I put together a quick little rubric for you so you can see exactly what the differences and the benefits are between having a nonprofit organization or or a site for loan forgiveness. By the way, you can have both. This is your world. So if you have a nonprofit organization and then you have your private practice, you could do both. And I will show you how you could kind of finagle and at least on paper, how you could do both. But it just depends on where you are right now, okay? So for site loan forgiveness, the tax benefits are amazing. I'm not gonna go into all the details, but just trust, amazing. Whereas with the nonprofit organization, it would require you to kind of pivot from an LLC to a 501c3. And then, you just get the tax exemptions, which are great, right? For your site loan forgiveness, your business benefits by becoming a site for loan forgiveness, right? But if you decide, okay, I'm not ready to go to that step, to that level of the game, I'll just start a nonprofit. Once you start a nonprofit organization, your employees, right? Your employees, your volunteers, they will benefit from loan forgiveness programs, right? Through, Fed Loan or whoever their lenders are, okay? So that's pretty much the two differences there. For the site loan forgiveness program, it will definitely expand your private practice by you will then become accessible to more resources as well as appropriate workforce for whatever programs you want to put together. For nonprofits, you will become eligible for grants, fundraising, sponsorship, all of the above, right? So just two very specific differences between the site program and the nonprofit organization that you would have as an arm to your practice is if you are approved and qualified and approved for the HRSA program, you have to recertify every 3 to 5 years, depending on what your contract is, 3 years, minimum 5 years, maximum recertification. Whereas with the nonprofit, you must recertify with IRS annually in order to keep your tax exempt status, okay? So, imagine your practice becoming your legacy that your family will benefit from for generations as a NHSC site designation, right? It's huge, it's huge. So have the courage to think bigger. Your family legacy depends on it. You can have it all. You can have money, you can have organization, cooperation, collaboration, and wonderful vacations, not just for yourself, but for your family as well. So to recap, right? In order to qualify, you must provide services to Medicaid insured, right? So those are those who are in the state program insurance programs. Number two, you must have a physical location. If you are virtual or telehealth based because of COVID or whatever the case might be, that's fine. You may still be able to qualify, but it might require you like maybe having some type of collaboration with the church or with like a school or a location with a physical address where where clients can come to receive their services maybe 3 times a week or something like that. So there's ways to get around it, but you must have a physical location. Number 3, must provide services to those without the ability to pay. So these are the uninsured or the underinsured population. And then finally, must include a medical component. So psychiatric, dentistry, med management, something like that.